Here I have opened Adobe Photoshop CC latest version, and it looks something like this when you double click on the Photoshop icon. If you're using an older version like CS5 or CS6, you can skip this. Adobe CC is the modern version of Photoshop. It is more appealing and modern in the sense of looks and tools. This, of course, helps us to complete our work quickly. Okay, let's overview the Photoshop window that opens after double-clicking on the Photoshop icon. Okay, you can see we have a different project list open than I have worked with in past projects. If you're using Photoshop CC for the first time, then a project will not appear. We have here the List View icon. We can view our project in lists, or we can view in thumbnail format. The benefit of these projects appearing here is we don't need to go back in the window and search for where the file was saved. You only need to double click on any file you want to work on and save it where you want. We can also sort files by name, size, and kind here. And just type the file name here in the Filter tab to open it. Okay, next we have CC Creative Cloud files we can open, and we also have the option of Adobe Lightroom. If we have Adobe Lightroom files, we can open them from here. Okay, next we have Create New Document option and Open option. Create New Document means we can open a new document. That is the tab where we can start a new project. We'll talk about that later. First, we'll talk about the Open option. Open option is used to open a Photoshop file or any image or any Photoshop file supported directly from your window. For example, if you click on it, we can now open these pictures by selecting any of them by clicking the Open tab. And also, we can open any specific file from that list option. And that is very, very cool. Okay, let's cancel it. And now, let's click on Create New Document. Now we can see we have a lot of options here in the latest version of Adobe CC. And that is a big advantage of this version. We can create documents according to our needs and requirements. For example, if you want to work the project for web, print, mobile, film, video, and photos, we can choose from here easily. Okay, let's do an overview of this window. So now we have a recent option here. If you have worked recently, then the document will appear here, and we can open it, choosing any of them. Okay, next we have saved options. If you have any saved document, we can open it from here. Okay, next we have the Photo tab option. Here we have a default Photoshop document size that is 7 by 5 inches and 300 ppi. ppi means pixels per inches. Photoshop works based on pixels, basically. This defines the quality of the image. For example, if we want high quality, we can use high ppi. And if we want low quality, we can decrease the quality. 300 ppi is mostly used for general printing, like brochures, flyers, and business cards. For the web, we mostly use lower than 300 ppi. We can also see here the landscape options and portrait size options. You can choose any of them and click on Create to open it. Okay, on the right-hand side, we have the option of preset details. That means we can create new documents according to size requirements or PPI requirements. This is also called a custom document. Okay, here is the preset detail. We can put any name on our document here, something like that, for example. And here on this icon, we can save the document. Let's click on it. We can put any name here and save it. we can see on our document it is now saved in the Save tab, and we can open this document at any time. Okay, now we have a width and height option here. We can put any specific size that we want to open the new document in. We can also choose from size unit, pixels, inches, centimeter, millimeter, anything like that. Okay, next, we have the page orientation option. We can choose any landscape option or portrait option from here as well. Next, we have the artboard option. Basically, artboard means we can create different layers in the document. For example, Notebook has different pages, and Photoshop also has different pages, but they are called layers. Okay, we have a resolution option here. We can adjust a resolution. 300 is best for printing, and 150, 72, or 100 can be used for web graphics, but it can be changed according to our requirements. Okay. Next, we have the pixels per inches or pixels per centimeter option. We can choose any of them. Okay. Next, we have the color mode option. We have bitmap option. Bitmap basically is used for photographical quality images. It can be very useful. Next, we have the grayscale option. Grayscale will only read black and white images. Any colorful image you will open with this option will be converted into grayscale. Okay, RGB means red, green, and blue colors. That color mode is mostly used for the web, but we can use it for print also, sometimes. Okay, next we have CMYK color option. CMYK means cyan, magenta, yellow, and key. This color mode is used for printing purposes. Most of the print houses use CMYK color mode, but some print houses use RGB color mode. Next, we have lab color mode. Lab color mode expresses 3 values: L for the lightness from black to white, A from green to red, and B from blue to yellow. These color combinations are the ones that define lab color mode. This mode is not normally used for print or web, but it can be very helpful to create graphics. Okay, next we have the bit option. 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit. These are the color settings. 8-bit is mostly used, but for very high and large-scale graphics like films and movies, 16 and 32 is used. Okay, next we have the document background option. We can change it by clicking on it. And next, we have advanced settings. We can change the color mode option here. My suggestion is RGB 1998, and we will look at the next pixel aspect ratio. Just keep it as default. Okay, next we have a print option, art and illustration option, web, mobile, film, and video options. We can choose any of them. They all have default settings you can customize according to size and pixels. For example, for print sizes, we have letter, legal, A4, A6, and A5 options. Art and illustrator options, poster, postcard size, and next we have web options here. For mobile, we have iPhone screen size graphics options. And next we have film and video options. These are all options that are very, very cool. This is the big advantage of Adobe Photoshop CC latest version. Okay, now you can choose any document, click on Create, and you're ready to start working on your Photoshop document now. Okay, in the next exercise, we will learn step-by-step techniques that will help you start Photoshop for the first time with no experience. These techniques will help you learn what tools are needed to know first, and then you can become a master in Photoshop very easily. Just follow me and give me your attention and listen to our exercise lectures. Thank you, and see you in the next exercise.